Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Swa Education, myself Radha, and today we are going to discuss about balanced diet, food source of nutrient, essential vitamin acids and fatty acids. So in previous lecture we already discussed this portion and today we are going to target this portion. So let's start. So what is a balanced diet? So balanced diet is one which provide all the nutrient in required amount and proper proportion. Balanced diet contain all the essential nutrient like carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fat, mineral and water in correct proportion. Means a balanced diet is one that consists of a proper or we can say a correct amount of nutrient. For example, so this is a chart of a balanced diet. 25% of protein, 25% of fiber rich carbohydrate, fiber rich carb, 40% fruits and vegetables, and 10% of fat. So that is the correct proportion of the carbohydrate, protein, vitamins and other nutrient that should be present in correct proportion in our diet. So that is a balanced diet. So balanced diet contribute toward maintaining a healthy life. A diet is the inclusion of different necessary nutrients that impact a body growth and development. A balanced nutrition diet contribute to maintaining good health by balancing nutrient, and this type is extremely crucial to getting the right nutrient and determine good health and growth. Your balanced diet plate must have food that help the normal functioning of body as well as those food which help you maintaining a body balance. Balanced diet contain a balanced amount of protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin and minerals. So today we will discuss detailing about a diet and impact of deficiency of balanced diet within the human body. So let's start. Balanced diet factor to be considered. So the food that we consume break down into simpler form. So food that we consume break down into simpler form. For example, we consume complex form of complex carbohydrate and it get converted into simpler form before it absorb. And this simpler form consists of the nutrient that is called the nutritive value of the food item based upon the amount or proportion of the nutrient present in the simpler form of that food. So balanced diet contain various kind of nutrient like macronutrient and micronutrient. Macronutrient like carbohydrate, protein and fat, and micronutrient like vitamins and minerals. So balanced diet. Balanced diet contain the food item that have nutritive value and non-nutritive value. In nutritive value, we will discuss about macronutrient and micronutrient. And in macronutrient, we will going to discuss about carbohydrate, protein and fat, and in micronutrient, vitamins and minerals. So let's discuss this component in detail. So macronutrient. Macronutrient, carbohydrate, protein and fat are macronutrient. Macro means present in large quantity or major proportion. Clear? So carbohydrate. Carbohydrate made up of two terms, carbo plus hydrate. Carbo means carbon plus hydrate of water. So carbohydrate consists of or composition of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And carbohydrate are of two type. Carbohydrate are of two type. One is simpler form, simple carbohydrate. Other one is complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrate take time to digest, but simpler carbohydrate digest quickly or rapidly. So simpler carbohydrate are quick energy food and easy to digest, and the source of simpler carbohydrate are milk product, natural fruit and vegetables including potatoes and carrots, and they are also present in processed and refined food item like candy, sugar syrup, soft drink, table sugar, etc. And complex carbohydrate take time to digest. Example, bread, cereals like rice, wheat, bajra, corn, barley, ragi, legumes, pasta, starchy vegetable and whole grain. Next one is protein. So in macronutrient, carbohydrate, protein and fat, these are included. We discussed about carbohydrate, now proteins. So protein are called the building block of our body because they are essential for the growth and repair of muscle and other fat tissue. So what we discussed in carbohydrate, that carbohydrate are source of energy. Carbohydrate are energy source, and proteins help in growth and repair of muscles and body tissue. Clear? And proteins are made up of amino acid, a chain of amino acid. So it is a building block of amino acid. And the structure of amino acid are alpha carbon, that consists of a carboxylic group, amino group, hydrogen and R chain of hydrocarbon. So it consists of nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. So proteins are made up of small unit of amino acid that contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. We obtain protein from two major sources, that is animal and vegetable source. So plant source of protein are soybean, quinoa, tofu, edamame, nuts, lentils, soya milk, mycoprotein, nut butter, beans and legumes, lupin flakes, hemp seed, chia seed, that are the source of protein that are plant based. And vegetable, or we can say plant source of protein. Now animal source of protein: beef, Greek yogurt, prawns, pork, chicken and turkey, egg, milk, lamb and tuna and cheese. So animal based proteins are found in milk, meat, egg and fish. Animal based protein are complete protein, but plant based proteins are incomplete protein. So mostly dietitians suggest that the person who are vegetarian, so they have to consume more and a variety of the food in order to meet their protein needs. So these are the classification of amino acid, because protein are the constituent of amino acid. So classification of amino acid: essential amino acid, conditionally non-essential and non-essential. So essential are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, valine and lysine. These are one word letter of symbol of amino acid. Asparagine, arginine, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, tyrosine, alanine, aspartate, glutamate and cysteine. Clear? Fat. Fat are also an example of macronutrient. Fat and oil are concentrated source of energy and are the composition of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and the function of fat are help in maintaining body temperature. And fat are classified into three categories: simpler form of lipid that are triacylglyceride and waxes. Compound lipid that consist of phospholipid, and phospholipid is of two types: sphingophospholipid and glycerophospholipid. Glycerophospholipid, that is also called phosphoglyceride, that consists of a backbone of glycerol. And sphingolipid consists of a backbone of sphingosine. And derived lipid example cholesterol. So classification of lipid are simpler form of lipid example triacylglyceride and waxes. Compound lipid consists of phospholipid, sphingolipid, glycolipid that consist of cerebroside, ganglioside. Ganglioside are like GM1 receptor in case of cholera toxin. Cholera toxin means toxin that are present in Vibrio cholera that cause diarrhea condition. Derived lipid consist of cholesterol, steroid hormones like testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, fatty aldehyde, ketone body, fat soluble vitamins. These are the example of derived lipids. So we can obtain fat from two major sources: animal source and vegetable source. And the major source of animal fat are butter, ghee, milk, cheese, egg, fish and meat. And the source of vegetables are mustard, sesame, coconut, olive oil, sunflower, etc. So if we consume excess amount of carbohydrate, that carbohydrate store in the form of fat in our body, so the person can suffer from obesity. And if we eat fast food item like pizza, burger and samosa and rich source of fat, so therefore the children who consume only fast food tend to become obesity. And if obesity is there, that is a directly proportional relationship with the health risk of disease. So fat and excess amount of carbohydrate can cause obesity, or we can say disease condition. So we already discussed about carbohydrate, protein and fat. Now we will discuss about micronutrient that required in small quantity, or we can say minor amount. For example, vitamins and minerals. And vitamins are also of two types: fat soluble and water soluble. An example of water soluble are vitamin A, D, E and K, and fat soluble vitamin B complex and vitamin C. So vitamins are organic substances that are vital and essential for life and health. They regulate metabolism, help in growth and maintenance of our body, and protect our body against the disease, and increase the immunity of our body. Our body cannot synthesize vitamin. So it means vitamins are essential for our body, because those things are essential to our body that our body cannot synthesize. So therefore we have to consume natural sources like fruit and vegetables. So when we discuss about a balanced diet consists of 40% of proportion of fruit and vegetables, because fruit and vegetable consist of vitamins that are not synthesized by our body. So therefore we have a need to consume natural sources like fruit and vegetable in larger amount. And vitamins are classified into two categories. One is water soluble, other one is fat soluble. Example of fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. And the chemical name of vitamin A is retinol, vitamin D calciferol, vitamin E tocopherol, vitamin K phylloquinone, and water soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and vitamin C. And these are the chemical name: vitamin B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B5 pantothenic acid, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B9 folic acid, B12 cobalamin. And if there is a deficiency of cobalamin, person can suffer from pernicious anemia. That is very important. And deficiency of vitamin C, person can suffer from scurvy. Mineral are the nutrient that are essential for the proper growth and functioning of our body and are required in very small amount. Why in small amount? Because these are micronutrient. Vitamins and minerals are micronutrient that required in a very small quantity for our body. Example of minerals are calcium, copper, chlorine, fluoride, iron, iodine, magnesium, manganese, etc. Take an example. If there is a deficiency of iron in the body of an individual, what it can cause? It can cause anemia, because it helps for maintaining the proper structure of the hemoglobin that consists of oxygen bind with it and transfer it to the tissue of our body. So if there is a deficiency of iron, person can suffer from anemia. So minerals are also very essential for our body, for proper functioning of our body. Second one is balanced diet consists of nutritive and non-nutritive component. So we already discussed about that balanced diet help in body normal growth and development. And balanced diet can be achieved by eating a variety of food items, since there is no single food item with correct amount of all essential nutrient, and the quantity of nutrient in balanced diet always differ with age, with physical activities taken by an individual. And if you want to eat a balanced diet plan, so you require a certain amount of knowledge and planning. Nutrition group of ICMR, that is called Indian Council of Medical Research, also recommend the composition of balanced diet for Indians, and the major component of balanced diet includes cereals like rice, wheat and jawar, pulses, root and tuber, fruit, milk, dairy product, fat and oil, sugar and groundnut. So balanced diet along with that also consists of some of the non-nutritive component, like most of the people consume beverages like coffee and tea, and artificial sweetener are also present in some of the foods. So these are non-nutritive components that we take directly or indirectly by the help of our food. So if I summarize all the importance of balanced diet and importance of carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, so importance of balanced diet is that our body require a proper supply of nutrition to work efficiently and be fit and healthy. Without balanced nutrition, human body is more prone to disease, infection, fatigue and poor performance. Children with poor diet may cause a risk of frequent infection and underdeveloped body growth. So proper growth and proper development of our body, balanced diet is required. So if the person who does not take a balanced diet and consume more and more carbohydrate and fat, so that person is at a higher risk of obesity and other diseases that make up metabolic syndrome like type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Hence, every individual must consume a balanced diet in order to protect themselves from all the risks. So consuming a hormonal balanced diet affect the body in more ways that you can imagine. Therefore, a balanced diet can help to combat all the negative effect. I hope this lecture is clear to all of you. So thank you so much everyone. If you find this video beneficial for you, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel for more such kind of videos. And if you have any query regarding this lecture, you can comment down below.